All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another weekly call that we come to you live from all over the world. And we've got some amazing people here with us, just helping me out to do this weekly call. Some of the leaders that have been with us. And obviously, if you're watching this, you are part of the Builderall business opportunity, and you are a sort of a franchisee, right? And I just want to welcome everybody that are watching us for the very first time, and to tell you that if you are watching the recording and or if you're watching us live, well, first, if you're watching us live, just leave a comment below because you're obviously watching it from your back office, and just say hi. Let me know where you're coming from or where you're watching us from. It would be awesome to kind of have an idea of all the diversity of people that we have from all over the world that are watching us, that are doing business with us. You know, I know some of you guys are probably in the wee hours of the night, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, which I give you kudos. You know, great job, because that's what it takes to run a business. And, you know, sometimes it takes, a couple of years to sacrifice and do whatever it takes to get your business off the ground. But once you get it off the ground, then you can kick back and relax and just kind of have your own. Wow, we've got greets from Belgium. Awesome. Are you a Belgian person or a native, or you're just visiting there? Because we just ended the World Cup, so that's very touchy. It's a touchy subject. We lost for Belgium. But then again, when Brazil lost to Belgium, I thought, I was hoping Belgium went to the finals and won the World Cup, and they unfortunately didn't. But nevertheless, they did a great job with ending on the third place. Let's see. There you go. Third place of the World Cup. So back to what I was saying. I'm in Brazil now. So we've been here for about a week. I'm going to be here for a total of a month, just meeting with our teams, reorganizing some of the things that have gone on. Also getting some time with the family. And I brought in my 2 kids that are going to spend, a total of a month with us here. So that's the cool thing about having a mobile business, that you can basically travel, you can do your thing, you can do meetings with you guys, and be able to enjoy family, or, enjoy any place in the world, right? So just wanted to say thank you so much for participating with us. Want to welcome those of you who are watching us for the first time. You are in the right place. I know I posted a link, or actually an image, to the Facebook group, and somebody said, it's my first time that I'll be able to watch Alex live, for the first time. So I know there's some people that it's their very first time, so they're kind of learning, what the schedule is like, who the leaders are, what the process is. So just want to sure that you put on your schedule, on your calendar, to be reminded for Mondays. Every Monday, we're going to come to you live at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and it's going to last for 30 minutes. It's going to be a quick, hit and run kind of meeting, just to kind of give you guys an update of what we're going to work on for the week, for the leaders, what's coming, down the pipe. And then this way you guys can have the first dibs on what's coming up. All right. And let's see. And I've got a couple of lists, or a couple of things that we're going to go over for you guys, or with you guys. I talked to Eric this morning. He's taking some time off himself too, because he has been working extremely hard Saturdays, Sundays, late nights with the team. Just to give you a quick update, everybody is full on. Everybody is working at full speed, trying to finish up the updates that we have for the big launch, the updates on the funnels that we have for you guys to promote after the 27th. The niche funnels, some of you guys have seen that in the back office, that we took out all the niche funnels that, were not basically ready, because, some of the links were just not redirecting to the right place. So we ended up, just having to remove everything, revamp. Actually, it's going to have a new face, new videos, new path. So when you promote that, it's going to be more targeted. We're going to give you sort of a like we have a team that's running ads, and they're going to come to you and say, listen, this is what we ran. This is the campaign we ran for, dentists, for instance, people that are looking for leads for the dental office. These are the audiences that we targeted. These are the places, how we ran the campaign. These are the images we used, the copy, and everything else. So you guys can do that the same for your local area. And then for the user that buys the funnels, maybe the dentist, funnel, fitness, chiropractor, whatever it is that we have there in the back office, we're going to have like 20 some, which is already pretty much ready. Then you can the user will be able to quickly put together their website, their sales funnel. There's going to be a training on how to do that, as well as running a Facebook ads. So in terms of value, because at the end of the day, having a business is really you offering value to the user, or your client, right? The most value you can provide to your client, to your prospect, or the person that's doing business with you, that's how you win the game. So that's what we're trying to do with all the different pieces and parts of the puzzle of the platform. We are providing value. And, talking about value, this is what I wanted to say about that. This is what I wanted to say about that is that if you're going to promote, and when you do promote and talk to people, think about from their perspective, not your perspective of acquiring or getting a leader on your side and how this person can make me a ton of money and how this person is so influential. And if that person only joined my team and if they only saw this amazing, incredible opportunity to make money, then I would make a ton of money. And, don't think of that in that sense, but think of that from their perspective, how they can become wealthy, how they can become, solve a problem, how their lives can be easier, all these different things that from, human beings, whether you like it or not, we are very selfish. At the end of the day, we're looking at like, how can I take advantage of this situation? If you're in a relationship, well, I'm going to get into this relationship, but am I going to be loved? Am I going to be appreciated? If you're getting into business, am I going to be making money? Is it going to be a headache because, I'm dealing with this person and the personality traits we don't hit together. So all these different things, as a human being, we think in terms of ourselves. How can I, Alex Payne, get, something or a benefit from this transaction? So obviously, it has to be a win-win situation. So think in terms of like how you can provide such value to that person that is going to either make their lives easier, it's going to put more money in their pocket, if it's time freedom, whatever it is. And then you begin promoting from that perspective, or approaching these people from that perspective. All right, so that was that. And, again, we try to stay on target, and I'll open up to people and leaders here, which I know Shelly, Anita, all these guys have some amazing tips and tricks to share with you guys. Go ahead and speak below. If you're with us on this call, there's a chat area that you can type in if you have any questions, or if you would like to make a comment, just go ahead and type in. We're going to read it and try to answer any questions you may have. Okay. So in talking about today's or this week's topic, let me read it through here because I made a list. So first off, we wanted to know, we want to tell you, actually, Eric said he wanted to say that next week he's going to he's going to make it available, the webinar funnel or the page that you guys are going to be able to promote. Okay. And what he wanted to address, or the one thing that he wanted us to everybody's is generate paid traffic, maybe Facebook. Oh boy, I've got the ching noise in my ear. Let me see where it's at so I can, oh boy. Let's see here. Let me get out of here because the ching, which is a pretty, it's a pretty bothersome noise, but oh my gosh, it's so loud. One second, guys. I'm trying to find where it's at. There you go. Cool. So you wanted everybody to focus on basically find ways to generate paid traffic. And when I say paid traffic, I'm not talking about only on Facebook, right? So you've got Facebook, which is, in my opinion, the number one or number two, depending on what product you have to offer. Yeah, the best source of traffic. So you got Facebook, you've got Google AdWords, which is the search when people type in a keyword, but you also have a huge opportunity to run ads on YouTube. Okay, YouTube is an untapped source of traffic. So if you guys know, or if you don't know, here's what I would like to tell you, because obviously this is not a sales video or a sales webinar training or anything like that. For us to sell Builderall, all the people, everybody that's with us on this call and people that are watching us are with Builderall. So it's very casual, laid back. It's not necessarily anything proper. So that's why you don't see me kind of with a button-up shirt or anything like that. But I wanted to tell you this. Don't wait for people to show you how to do something. Go after it, okay? In particular, when we talk about paid traffic, there's so many ways and methods that you can implement in your business that if I was to teach you one source, I can teach you my way and the way that I do, but still it might not work for you. So because of the technique, the type of the copywriting, the video that you use, the targeting, whatever it is, what I would like to tell you is this: pick a traffic source that you want to focus on just for a little while and do some testing. Start with a low budget. If it's Facebook, start with Facebook and learn everything you can about Facebook. And you may ask me, Alex, but how do I learn Facebook if nobody teaches me? I'll tell you a very easy trick that I use all the time when I want to know or learn different techniques. That's very simple. All you have to do is just go to your old YouTube search engine and type in Facebook ads 2018, how to get leads cheaply using Facebook ads, whatever it is, Facebook ads 2018, because you're going to have old training. And there's a ton of material, free material out there that you can use to learn. If you are a beginner, sometimes even if you are an intermediate person that knows a little bit about how to generate traffic using Facebook, you can learn different tricks and techniques that's going to make your job easier or give you the performance that you want a little bit better. So what I'm going to say to you is this: don't wait for anybody to grab you by the hand, and just like put you down on a chair, open up your laptop computer and say, listen, here's what you need to do. No, go after. Go on YouTube and find out Facebook. So let's say if you want to focus on Facebook, search on Facebook how to run traffic. Get like I would say $10. Spend a minimum of $10 a day, because anything below that you might not get any clicks or any impressions whatsoever. But try. It's maybe it's a $50 that you invest in yourself, or $100 that you invest in yourself to learn. You're learning, you're putting it to practice. Trust me, I know if you never ran traffic, there is the fear of like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna lose this money. I'm gonna mess up. I'm not gonna do it right. I'm not gonna get any clicks or whatever. But let me tell you something. How many times have you purchased something for $50, $100, $200 that it completely disappeared? I mean, it broke on you, or you lost it, or and then it's like, oh, I lost it, and it was a couple $100, something that you had. So think of it in terms of investing in yourself to learn Facebook ads. So if that's the source, the traffic source that you want, pick Facebook and go for it. Type in on YouTube your first hour, 2 hours even, and they walk you step by step on how to do that. The other traffic sources that I want to mention, just for those of you who are wanting to find out more, is obviously Google AdWords. You can use banners. We provide some banners for you in the back office. You can also go into some of our groups and ask, hey guys, I'm trying to run Google AdWords or Google Display, to run those the banners on other people's sites. Ask people what they're doing, what kind of banners they're using. Just interact in the group, because that's important. You know, if you guys start sharing information, all of a sudden you can implement, like in Belgium, somebody is in Belgium, somebody is in the US, I'm in Brazil, you know, people are all over the world. So trust me, you don't have enough money the builder opportunity. So that's why it's important that you would share tricks and tips with people, so you can also grow in getting results. Okay, so Facebook, Google Display, which is banners, YouTube, very, very important, you know, like running a short video. And to be honest with you, here's the tip that I'm going to give you. The type of ads on YouTube that work the best is not the very well produced video. It's actually the selfie kind of video that you grab your phone and you talk to the camera and say, hey guys, you know, I know you're searching around for XYZ, but you know, I want to talk to you about for 10 seconds. If you give me 10 seconds of your time, I'm going to tell you about something that's incredibly important. You know, if you've ever wanted to own a Mercedes before or something like that, or if you ever wanted to work online, you know, I've got a special message for you. And then you say, you know, I've looked around for, you know, XYZ, you know, a couple of years, or wanted to do some, make some extra money online. And I found this amazing opportunity. Go ahead and click the link below to learn more about it. You know, those quick videos out of your cell phone or even a not so expensive camera will produce you amazing results. So it's not necessarily about having all this incredible video equipment that you can produce videos with that's going to make you or break the campaign. It's not. What it takes is basically the willingness to learn, implement, and then adjust as the results come in. So YouTube is definitely a source of traffic that you can invest on. The other one that we are going to be actually bringing somebody to help you with, and I just found out a few minutes ago, it's about solo ads. Okay, solo ads is, for those of you who don't know what solo ads is basically, you can type in how to run solo ads, or just, you know, buy solo ads. But what I would say is you got to be careful with those. Okay, so if you don't have a very, very trustworthy source of solo ad campaigns or providers, they can just send you bot traffic. Basically, they program people to, or the computer to click on your link, and you think, oh, it's real people. No, it's not real people. It's just the computer or a programming equipment that is actually clicking on their link, and that you're paying them for that. But what a solo ad is, it's basically this. Let's say I have a list of 10,000 contacts, 10,000 emails, and I say, Shelly, I'm going to send your email with your affiliate link to my 10,000 subscribers list. So, and Shelly's like, oh, okay, great. You know, obviously she's going to want to know where I got the list. Are they responsive? Did they open an email? Did they click? Are they buying stuff? How many times do you email the list? Because a lot of times people have that list and they just spam them all the time, and people don't even open the emails anymore, or even purchase it. A lot of people, they open the emails, but they don't purchase anything because it's a low-end sort of quality list. So let's say I have a 10,000 email list, 10,000 subscribers list. And then Shelly says, you know, I wanted to email your list. She asks me those questions. She feels like I'm a trustworthy kind of guy. And then I give her a price. I'm going to say, oh, it's going to be, I don't know, 60 cents a click. You know, so she gives me the email. I'll send an email to my list. And then when it hits, let's say, depending on how much she wants to spend, if she wants to spend a couple $100, you know, $200 divided by 60 cents per click, then that's how many clicks she's going to get. And then I send it out. When it fills up, or, you know, it hits the margin or what she wanted, then I stop. But basically, that's the quickest and easiest way for you to generate leads and sales for your business. If you have a trustworthy source, okay? Because like I said, it can be very shady out there. You know, I've tried it before, lost lots of money before trying. Shelly's waving, she's saying yes. So what we want to do.
Let me add to it. Go ahead. Solo ads are really risky. So you want to make sure you find your reputable person to deal with solo ads for sure. But the other side of it is for the contest, if you use solo ads, you'll be disqualified from the contest. Solo ads are not allowed to be used for the contest.
Awesome.
Just wanted to throw that out there so you know, because I don't want anybody to win the car and then lose the car because they use solo ads.
Yeah, exactly, because it's bogus or something like that. Okay, cool. So that is that, guys. What I wanted to say is this: pick a source, a traffic source that you want to focus on, and then learn from it. And put your, blinders on, and just say, "Hey, listen, I'm just going to focus on Facebook." Oh yeah, there's opportunity, that source of traffic. No, I'm going to learn. I'm going to become an expert on this, because you don't take your car to make to. Oh, you know what? I know how to paint houses. I'm going to paint the house for you. Oh, you know what? If you have a cold or something like that, if you ever need a surgery done, you can contact me. No, you're a mechanic. I expect you to, fix my car. It's the same thing with you guys. If you tell me, oh, I'm an expert in all these different things, I'm going to say, well, you're an expert of none, right? Because you don't have enough time to refine your craft and to really have the source of, being a professional to give me the results that I want. So focus on one, pick one, and just like drive traffic. I would start with either Facebook, YouTube, and then the display, Google display. Those are the three ones that I would, start with. And then if you want to venture out, there's also through the same platform. Obviously, Facebook owns Instagram, but Instagram, you can also have some good results through short videos, no longer than 10 seconds, and also images. It's something that you have to test it out with the different elements, okay? So Eric also, he said next week he plans on getting the webinar page ready for you guys to be promoting. And then he's also going to have, what do you call premiums, rewards, or how can I say, rewards for the first, second, and third place to people that bring the most leads to this webinar. So there's going to be a reward. So you guys are going to get a prize. There you go, premium. I'm in Brazil. It's catching on to me. I'm forgetting words. So prizes. He's going to have prizes for people that bring the most leads to the webinar. And then that on August 8th, we're going to have a mega ultra super webinar with the solo ad experts. So that's what I mentioned to you guys. We're going to bring some guys that are experts on solo ads, and we're going to do a training with them on August 8th. Go ahead and put that down on your schedule and make sure you don't miss it. I would tell you, if you can, do your best to attend it live, because those of you who attend live, not only you get the information before anybody does, but also there's always the ability for you to interact with people, and they will probably open up for questions and answers. So if you have anything that you don't understand during the webinar, they can also answer right there and then for you guys, okay? So on the 23rd, because I asked him, okay, tell me a little bit more about how this, prizes are going to work out for the people that bring the most leads and get me. So he's like, on the 23rd, he's going to give more information. So detailed official information on the 23rd, expect that to happen, okay? When he gets back, and he's going to do a special webinar just talking about the prizes for people that will bring the most webinar. So what you need to get out of this meeting today is that you need to pick a traffic source or a method, that you are using. You can be doing JV, right? You can JV with people. Like JV basically is joint venture, or you partner up. You say, listen, guys, let's do something together. There's this opportunity. Let's work on it together. So if you find leaders, you would say, listen, why don't we team up here and just blow this thing out of the water, right? So you can find somebody that's an expert in an area that you're not, and say, listen, if you have the money, you say, I'll put the money, you come in with the expertise, let's do this together. Or if you have a leader that you trust and that see the vision, you can say, listen, here's the potential that you have to with Builderall, with the network you have, and the influence, and then you guys work something out. So what you need to get out of this meeting is that you need to pick a traffic source or method and specialize so you can start generating leads for your business. Then on the August 8th, we talked about you guys learning from experts on solo ads. And then the other thing that I wanted to mention is that on the 23rd, there's going to be more details about the prizes for people that will bring most leads for the webinar and the big launch. Okay, so I think that's we are past the hour, a few minutes, but I wanted to open up to people that are on this call. Anita, Shelly, anybody that's here, Cass, Elaine, Guy, Jeff, anybody that wants to share or share anything that you think is going to be beneficial to people. So go ahead and open up your mic and fire away. Fire away.
I just want to say that sometimes initially with solo ads, to be extra careful at first, because often people will give you a really good return in the first bunch that you purchase, which as you spend more and more money actually gets less and less, because they use the lesser lists after they've given you a really good start. So just to be aware of that sort of thing happening.
That's a real good tip. And to be honest with you guys, I tried solo ad before. I figured for me, it's an easy way for beginners and people to get started with. Why not straight to the traffic source itself, right? So, and when I say that, it's like these solo ads people, they are collecting their leads, through a number of different methods, right? But mostly they're going to, Google AdWords, and promoting to big sites like Taboola also, and Outbrain, some of these native advertising platforms. But you're going straight to these places where you basically cut the middleman. I'm not saying that you can't make money with solo ads and it can't be a big opportunity and success for your business, which, that's why we're bringing experts to teach you guys about. What I'm saying is this, that you can do in parallel with these methods. So do solo ads, try it out. And you might be like, man, you might just crush it. And I've got a friend of mine that's all he does is solo ads, and he's got lists of thousands of people and he makes good money with it. But do that and also do something else, right? Because solo ads is not going to take much of your time except to find the right people, understand the whole process. Once you get that nailed down, then it's done, right? So, and then after that, just master Facebook or Google, YouTube, just so you are not dependent on one traffic source because, solo ads now, it's not good. Well, my business is, out of luck. No, you have Facebook that you dominate very well, or Google AdWords, YouTube, that you can always turn it on, and now you have the leads for your business. Shelly, you want to say anything?
I always want to say something.
I know. That's why I want to.
No, I'm just super excited. Right now is the exact right time to be in Builderall. Builderall is making a huge effort to add all of these new things to the dashboard. And it is the time now to think about how you're going to get your traffic, whether you're using organic methods or paid methods or a combination of both. It's now time to put the plan together, because you're on the front end of what I call this huge wave, and you want to stay on the front end. Builderall is going to grow. They're going to get more people. So you might as well get out there and get your name out there and get people to sign up under you, because you are going to be on the front end of that wave, which means you'll get people in, then they'll get people in, then they'll get people in. And you can build wide right now so that later we can help you build deep. So now's the time. Get a strategy together and get busy. We can sleep when we're dead. Right now, we just need to work. We need to work, and build your business. And then honestly, later on, we're going to all meet together somewhere, I'm sure of it. And we'll remember the days when we didn't get any sleep.
No, absolutely. There's no time. And I've mentioned that in past webinars, because, anytime there's a, disruption in the marketplace, which I can call this a disruption, right? You have a platform that's got all these different tools for a very reasonable price with different methods to promote and actually acquire new clients. When there's a disruption in the marketplace, there's always opportunity for people to make a ton of money, for leaders to become new leaders to rise to the plate and be noticed, and for you to, create some sort of a name for yourself. There's the opportunity. The opportunity is there. And the people that are active the most and the people that are doing the most are the busy bees, so to speak, are the ones that are going to benefit or reap the benefits of your work. So yeah, work as hard as you can for, 3 months, 6 months. And then you'll see that later you can kick back and you see those, the results of your labor, because now it's, checks are coming in. It's a little bit easier. You can, do different things and venture out to other methods of promotion, but you don't need to necessarily work as hard as you did. So
what you're saying, Alex, is choose your lifestyle and then work towards that lifestyle, right?
Yeah, absolutely. There's always, I believe in setting goals for yourselves, right? So you have to visualize, you are a visual person. And to be honest with you, we live with ourselves on a daily basis. So every time you wake up and you go to the bathroom and you look at yourself in the mirror, you see yourself and you're like, oh, you live with the person of the now, but you need to paint a picture of was 202 pounds, about 42 pounds overweight. I mean, I was big. And I said, okay, enough is enough. I was 26 years old. And I said, listen, I've got 2 little kids. I want to be an example for them. I want to change my life. You know what I did? I found the Men magazine, and I found the body of the guy that I wanted to have. I did. And I ripped the page or the picture and, off the magazine, cut his head, because I don't want to be looking at this guy's, head, cut the head off and just had the body and put it on my desk. And I started working towards it. Every day I worked out a couple of times a day. I ate it right, for 2.5 months. My wife was calling me the food police, because I was like, no, I can't eat that. It's too many carbs, blah, blah. And I was working like crazy, but in 2.5 months lost that I wanted to lose. So it's basically painting a picture of the future you want to have, the thing that you wanted to get, and on a daily basis, revisit that, make your brain, your eyes look at it, your brain, just really solidify the image of you becoming that successful person, you having that great lifestyle, you being able to help other people in your family, right? Some of you guys are like, you know what, I'm okay. I want to leave a legacy. I don't want my kids to work as hard as I did. I want to be able to help my parents. I want to be able to help my siblings, family members, or other people. Whatever your goals are, a lot of people think it's not all about like the nicest car, the nicest house. It has the for me in particular, I enjoy cars, but it's not a big deal. I don't have to have the greatest car or the biggest house. For me, I want to help people. I want other people to win with me, because what kind of fun is it for you to be very wealthy and then your family members suffering, or your friends, just struggling? But imagine you having the ability to be able to help, being resourceful. Somebody's just going through a hard time, and you're like, you know what? Here's some money that'll help you out for a few months. and it didn't affect you financially, or for you to take some time off and focus on something, that you deem very important for your life. Those are the types of freedom that I think, that I value. And I think that's what we should go after, because a car is going to come and go, a house is just a house. If some people I have friends that have big houses and they stress out because they need to pay the light bill and taxes on the house, so there you have it. But anyways, I just wanted to kind of give you guys some ideas. Yes, Shelly is completely right. So set a goal for yourselves, break it down into tasks on a daily basis, and just forget the rest. Just like, hey, I'm going to achieve what I want, have set up for me to do. And if that means for me to learn a particular traffic source, for me to focus on leads on a daily basis, for me to be plugged in and connected to the groups, for me to be accountable to people on my team and my network of people, that's what you need to do. Oops, I just wanted to open up for anybody else that wants to say anything. If you guys are all good, wrap this one up. We already went, 12 minutes past that. We always do. That's why Eric and I cannot do webinars together. The last one we did was 4 hours. Seriously, I'm not playing with you guys. 4 hours. We did it. We did it in Brazil. We launched it. It was 4 hours. I talked forever. He talked forever. And then we talked forever, like back and forth. It was crazy.
It was great. This gave me an idea of a workshop, for maybe a vision board workshop for people. Maybe we can do something like that in the future.
Absolutely. I would say if you guys have done that before and you can really help people do that, it's brilliant. And you don't need to wait for Eric and I to do the webinars or anything like that. You can just do a Facebook Live and say, listen, me and somebody else, or just yourself, just say, hey, we're going to do that at this time. You guys join us. And that would be brilliant. I really would like that, because I find, and in me initially, when I first began, people want to change, but they don't know the steps, right? Like, I know that education basically, one, eliminates the fear of, oh, what if I fail? What if I don't achieve that? Well, if you know what you need to do, then there's no guesswork and there's no fear. You just got to do it. For instance, how people want to lose weight, but then they go to the gym and all these equipments, they like, what do I do? And they just start doing all sorts of random exercises, and then they're like completely sore and they don't get results. They're like, oh, this doesn't work. Or, I wanted to get on a diet, and then they start eating carbs and they don't realize that that's not good for them, or something like that. But because they don't know, they don't get results, and therefore they feel like, well, I'll never achieve it. So things like that Anita just mentioned, I think are key things that can really help people to, it's like, hey, this is what you need to do, how to organize your life. Here are the steps. Let's implement. And then I believe it's going to help people to achieve their goals. All right. So
Are you guys hearing Alex? No? Okay. Yeah, I think his internet has finally pooped out. So I'm sure he was about ready to say, hey, I think we're all done, you guys. So I will go ahead and end it for us, because I'm actually the co-host, so I can actually help out a little bit. But take action, guys. That's the biggest thing. All of you guys that are here, you guys all know this. You have to actually get out there and do something. There's no button to push. So get out there, get something done today. So when your head hits the pillow tonight, you can say, okay, I did something to grow my business today. And that doesn't mean that you cleaned your computer or you mopped your floor. That means you physically talked to somebody, or you sent emails out, or you got some business cards ordered so you can start handing those out. or you went to talk to maybe a group where you can teach about Builderall, but do something, just one thing today to get ready for this launch so you can work towards winning that fabulous car that's right behind me. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. Have a wonderful day. Anita, do you have anything to add?
No, that's great. Thanks, Shirley.
All right. Bye, you guys. Have a wonderful day and get busy.